Hey everybody, it's Somni Respiratory Flux. Call me Flux for short, or whatever you want to call me. And in the last episode, we did a bunch of exploring and picking up a bunch of upgrades. We maxed out our carrying capacity for bombs, Deku Nuts, and Deku Sticks, as well as getting a piece of heart, and selling a mask. Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot, but we took care of it. In this episode, we're gonna move the story along by heading up Zoras River to see if we can find the spiritual stone of water. And start off here, it's the owl that everybody hates, except for me somehow. And I can't really even explain to you why. But anyway. Woohoo! Looks like you've gotten bigger and stronger already, Link. Just ahead lies Zora's domain. The Zoras serve Hyrule's royal family by protecting this water source. Their door will not open for anyone except those who have some connection with the royal family. Let them hear the melody of the royal family. Hoo-hoo-hoo! Also, he doesn't ask you if you wanted to repeat himself. He actually doesn't do that every single time you talk to him, so I feel like people exaggerate that a little bit. Not entirely, because he does do that a lot. But you want to blow that up. And also, yeah. There's a golden Skulltula. I think we might have enough to get another reward from the Skulltula house, but I don't Yes, we just got 20. Man, am I good or what? Now, this guy here. Chomp, chomp, chomp. How about some magic beans? They aren't selling very well. Probably because you're eating them. How about 10 rupees for one piece? And you want to buy some of these. Unfortunately, you could plant them in soft soil. If you want to plant beans, go around and look for soft soil, like this. But you probably don't want to plant it here because this actually doesn't get you anything. There's also not a Skulltula in here. So, yeah, this patch of dirt is actually kind of useless. But chomp, chomp, chomp. How about some magic beans? Well, they're not that popular yet. How about 20 rupees for one piece? His price goes up by 10 rupees every one you buy. There are a limited number of them and a limited number of places where you can plant them, and that number does match. So you can plant a bean in every bean spot. But I can't afford it. You don't have enough money. I can't sell them to you. Chomp, chomp. But yes, so he basically price gouges the more you buy them. So, keep that in mind. They're not going to be that cheap for very long. But you want to have at least a few, because there are some things that you can't do without them. Just not here. And now, there are going to be a couple things we want to do while we're heading up the river. And that is going to be... There's a lot of things to do here for just a small place that's usually just a transition. I don't know if you can actually get to that from here without the chicken being in your hands. I know you can get it with the chicken. Yeah, no. Wasn't gonna happen. Fortunately, there's another way to get that, but I'm going to do that. Not quite yet. Also, I'm not going to do this quite yet either, because I don't have everything I need to do that. So, I could show it off, but I will do that later. Just remember, I will do that later. Yes. I have said that enough, haven't I? But we want to take this chicken up to the end of the river for now. There are other things we'll be coming back to do before we go on. I just want to do this thing first because, yeah. Basically, what you want to do is take the chicken up to this highest point. I don't think I have figured out how I was supposed to do this before as a kid, but you can fly to here and get this right away. You got a piece of heart. Now, what we want to do is take out our slingshot. I don't know. I could probably be a lot less boring about how I'm explaining this, but there are things we need to keep doing here. Like, we need to kill this spider, grab the Skulltula token, and now we want our chicken back. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't think I'm going to be able to do... Yeah, no, it just flies away. So we're going to have to go back and get our chicken back, but fortunately we got the Skulltula because that's only at nighttime. So... yeah... we have to go all the way back down to the bottom of the river to get our chicken back. Let's go through here. You can actually get a decent amount of rupees just by riding the current of the river down the stream. It's kind of funny. What are you doing here? I think he's kind of glitched here so that he comes back. But... okay, he will stop showing up. Not sure where I went that all that grass respawned. Also, the chicken is not here. That's strange. The game is kind of freaking out a bit, it seems. The owl is probably going to come back. Yep. Can't really get around him. Yeah. It got bigger and stronger already, just ahead lies Zora's domain. The Zoras serve Hyrule's royal family by protecting its water source. The door will not open for anyone except those who have some connection with the royal family. Let them hear the melody of the royal family. Hoot. That was a really silly voice that I was giving him just there. No, not trying to pick up the rock. Trying to pick up the chicken. Chicken! 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 Oh gosh. That felt really terrible. Anyway. But yeah, no, Zora's River is kind of a convoluted mess. In some ways. Yeah. If that chicken does, if the chicken does go up there, you can use it to get the piece of heart, but if not, you have to do it this way. By taking the chicken, and you can also do this later without the chicken, but for now you do need the chicken. To just fly to here. Now you can just leave that chicken there and climb this ladder. Because there are things up here that you can do. There's that rock, which has a grotto beneath it. There's this grotto here, which is just open. And these are just your generic grottos. They're not always the most useful, but you'll see them a lot, and they can have some decent stuff. Red Rupee, not the most impressive, but you want to remember where all these are if you ever do a randomizer run. Just, wow, I backflipped right over that portal. And now, this rock just has a fairy fountain under it. Not a great fairy fountain, just a normal one. So, it's not strictly necessary to open that up if you don't need a fairy. Now, if you can carry this chicken across to here, you can glide down, grab this piece of heart. Yeah, got another heart container. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we've been running all over the place this episode, but we've picked up a lot of stuff in Zora's River. And now, what say we actually finally make good on our promise to move the story along and head into Zora's domain? Because there's going to be some stuff to do there, in addition to moving the story along, but also in addition to the side stuff. So, yeah. But anyway, Gibora kind of told us what we need to do to open up the place. When the king slumbers, so too do these falls. Well, if the princess slumbers, that also works, apparently. Because this is Zelda's lullaby, not the king's lullaby. I feel like that might be a weird translation, but I don't know. It works. But here we can go on into one of the more beautiful areas of the game, in my opinion. Zora's domain. The music is also really beautiful. Zora's domain. Now, what we're going to want is this. We're going to want a stick. And it will make sense why. Because there are two things we want to do here. One of them involves a stick, one of them doesn't. We could go up and talk to the king. He might know about a spiritual stone, right? Oh, my dear, sweet Princess Ruto. Where has she gone? I'm so worried. Looks like he's not really going to be all that helpful for the moment. We want to light this torch, put away our Deku stick, take it right back out. That torch will stay lit. The other torches we're going to light will not. That just makes it so that you don't have to go all the way back up to the throne room every time your torch goes out. I don't think you can roll in the water. You want to kind of sneak behind the waterfall and light these torches. And a chest will appear. Yeah, if you don't do it that fast enough, those will start to go out, and you'll have to start over. But with this chest, we will get another piece of heart. That's 3 pieces of heart just in this episode, and 1 last episode. Yeah, this is getting pretty crazy, actually. But there's actually going to be one more side thing that we have to do, that we actually have to do. And it will make sense why we have to do it once I've done it, but it's actually kind of cryptic that you do need to do it, because this is the high dive practice spot. I'm not sure how they expected people to figure this out, honestly, that this is required, but it is. Pay 20 rupees to play a diving game. I need to stop doing that. He'll throw down 25 rupees into the water, and then start a 50-second timer. You want to jump down off of the waterfall and pick up all of the rupees before the time runs out. It's a pretty generous timer, especially because since some of them tend to bunch up to the point where you could even get them and get multiple of the rupees in one dive, like that. Got something very nice for you. Come and get it. The exact spots where those will show up is random, but it's not usually too bad. If you can get pretty good at and consistent at that, it's also a decent place to very slowly grind for money. Because you get an additional 5 rupees every time you win the game. That said, there are way better money farming spots that we've already had access to than this, so it's not really that useful. So I just said it was useful, and then I said it wasn't useful. What a graceful dive. Now please take this. This is a scale of our kind. With this, you can dive much deeper under the water. You got the silver scale. This makes it so that you can dive deeper than we could before. Basically, we can dive for longer. Take as much as you want for 20 rupees. Want to play? No. All right. Don't have to play if you don't want to. I was just trying to jump down here because it's the quickest way to get here. Now you see this little passage underneath here. If you dive down into here, Link, that's not how doors work. That's not how anything works. Get into the door. This will take you all the way to the other end of the map, believe it or not, to Lake Hylia. Yeah, there are some things we can do here. Forgive my tangents, I guess. Actually, yeah, there are a couple things we can do here. We want to get out a bug, not necessarily a bean. And you want to get a Skulltula out of this bean patch. This is not a particularly useful place to plant a bean unless you already just want to. But you do want the Skulltula out of it. So, yeah, I need to hurry up, start speaking, because we're almost getting to the end of this video, because there's a whole lot we can still do. Oh, and there's the fishing place, which we can do that, but I will not do that just yet, honestly. Talk to this guy. I am Bonuru, the Scarecrow musical genius. I hear a song once, and I never forget it, baby. So if you pull out your ocarina... Whoa, you have an ocarina. Hey, why don't you lay a tune on me with it, baby? You can play whatever you want. As long as it's 8 notes. That should be fairly easy to remember, I suppose. I just kind of came up with that off the top of my head. You want to do that. You can change that song, but you want to remember the last one you set it to. Then the Scarecrow wants to wander. I wish I could wander to look for soul-moving sounds, but I'm kind of stuck here. Yeah, that's kind of just how Scarecrows do. They are stuck there. But anyway, let me just move on from my tangents and side activities and get to the actual main thing you want to do here. There's something under the water here that we want to dive and get now that we can dive down deep enough to get this. And it is a bottle. Put something inside and use it with C. What? Something's already inside? Well, let's take a look at that. But first, let's go ahead and go back into Zora's domain because it's just quicker. We're done here in Lake Hylia for now anyway, and we want to be back to the land of the Zoras. So now we can see what this letter says. Pull it out. Huh? It looks like there's something already inside this bottle. It's a letter. Help me. I'm waiting for you inside Lord Jabu Jabu's belly. Ruto. P.S. Don't tell my father. All right. Okay. Well, I don't know what that means. Maybe the king will know what to tell me about this. Also, he was wondering where she was. She did say not to tell tell her father, but I don't know what else to do. Oh, this letter. It's from Princess Ruto. Let's see. She's inside Lord Jabu Jabu? That's not possible. Our guardian god, Lord Jabu Jabu, would never eat my dear Princess Ruto. But since that stranger Ganondorf came here, Lord Jabu Jabu has been a little green around the gills. The evidence seems clear. Of course, you'll go find Ruto. You can pass through here to the altar of Lord Jabu Jabu. I'll keep this letter. You keep the bottle it was in. Take it respectfully. Please find my dear Princess Ruto immediately. Zora. Oh boy. This scene. Why does this take so long to play out for him to move over and unblock the way forward? Please, just stop. Okay. That was a thing. But before we go there, we want to do one more thing really quickly. We want to dive again. No, I don't want to play your diving game. And we want to come over here and catch a fish. Trust me on this, you will want this. They can be kind of tricky to catch, but you just need to catch one in a bottle. You got a fish. Use it with C and something might happen. It looks so fresh and delicious. And basically just tells you that you can do that. Okay. I don't know why, I was just putting away all of my stuff there. And now that we have opened up the way, we can go into the next area where we can find the Lord Jabu Jabu that we were told about. And yeah, that's going to be an interesting place to try to find the princess. And we come here and yes, giant fish thing. Well, in the next episode, we will see what we can do about this guy. This has been Somni Respiratory Flux. Respond, vibrate, feedback, resonate, comments below. Tell me how you think I did. And next time, we enter Lord Jabu Jabu. Fun. May the good elephant guide your way. No, Jabu Jabu is not the good elephant.